Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Frankenmuth Mega Farm Project, episode 54. The last episode we bought what I thought was a ready to harvest spinach field, but turned out to not be, and so I preemptively wrongly bought a $600,000 spinach harvester, which is sitting over there. We also bought this alfalfa field, which I'm going to cut, and then we will bale it up and sell it, and then plant something else here. This is a lot of alfalfa, but yeah, we don't need to run that. So we're gonna turn it into alfalfa hay, assuming this thing does its job. Yeah, I don't know why it had to do that, but right. So we're gonna run this thing on here, and we've got other things to do while we wait for that. One thing we can do is just set up the baling equipment. Get everything poised. We're also waiting on that to be finished plowing, and we have another field to plow. Field 10 needs plowing, and field 10, oops, didn't need to hit that. Field 10 has been fertilized, so that's cool. And everything else is ready and either planted and double fertilized or unplanted and single fertilized. But the plan is to cut the alfalfa and pick it up, and we're going to plow that field in November because we don't need two big grassy type fields. And we've got to get this spinach planted too, because I believe that spinach is not year-round. So we need to prep this field as well. I think that'll be okay there. We've got a bunch of setup to do, basically. Although we only have until 2 o'clock-ish before the rain starts. Hopefully we can get that thing mowed and picked up before then. Maybe we won't run I'm just going to put this over here and refill it. But maybe we won't run the hay, the tedder over it, because we've got a limited amount of time. If we're lucky, it'll get cut, and we can get it baled up and picked up Although this guy is not big enough for that baler. I should swap the tools out. But yeah, we've got a few things we can do. And that we need to do before we move into December. I thought we were moving to December almost right away, but it turns out there are a few things to do. No, I'm not going to sell that. I'm not going to sell that spinach harvester now that I bought it. It's going to assume that we will do spinach, and with that in mind, we'll keep that there. I don't think I'm going to park it there though. I'm going to bring it up and park it in the main stuff. Park it in the main yard. And yeah, because I think, I don't know, that could be fine for spinach. I'm just still a little bummed that I didn't check on that a little more closely. I took the map at its word that it was ready for harvest. We've got some fields growing, and yeah, we've definitely got a bunch of planting to do. As well. This thing is 16. Alright, well, we can go get this guy and get that spinach field fertilized. While our plow finishes his work here. Alright, let's see how long this rain is going to go on anyway. Okay, just a little bit. So let's push through it. Okay, and we're making a lot of money here, it looks like. Yeah, we're making a ton of money every month now. Or every hour now. I think that's mainly because of the amount of stuff we have in the rope factory. But yeah, rain's over and we've got till fairly late to get this done now. We're just picking up all the smaller bales. Well, we just picked up all the smaller bales so that we could get them out of the way and not have any confusion when it comes time. We've got to wait a little bit and let that guy catch up anyway, so we might as well just do this, you know? Since we got the auto stacker is slow enough that it will lose track of the lead vehicle if I let it get too far ahead. We gotta pause and wait every once in a while for it to catch up anyway. So, right. Since I swapped in the middle of the run here. What we should do with that piece of land right there. Maybe another sheep farm. Or some kind of production that doesn't need a lot of carting would be better. But we are already over here all the time with the wool. But we might as well not waste time just sitting there staring at the wall while that stacker catches up. So I figure we move this thing down to get the former spinach field, which will probably be spinach again. I imagine it's decent money spinach. And then rolling through the months, yeah, every hour is like 200 grand at the moment. That can't keep going on though. We're gonna get through all of the backstock we've got. I'm gonna have to set some things back to not selling so that their distributions catch enough. At this rate, we're gonna make several million a month just on auto sales. Alright, so we go back through all this stuff and catch back up to, yeah, this guy. Although before we continue that, let's have a look. Let's have a look at why we're making this much money. What do we have selling? How much of it? Okay, chili peppers are still on sell. Clothes are just going to be insane. Well, we need to distribute that again anyway. Lettuce, of course, has been selling, but not through there. All right, our noodle soup. Sells, and that's a preserved food factory thing? Yeah, right. Which makes me wonder if, yeah, the sugar mill is still nearly full. The grain mill has still got quite a bit in it. How much in the bakery? Right. We're selling bread and cake as well. And this is looking pretty full as well, although, no, the bottled milk, yeah, is looking good. All right. So back to finishing this up so that we can get it plowed up and planted with something that's not so labor intensive. And is worth more. Ah, I detect a little bit of a problem. This thing can't really be run well by a dual tire tractor. That's, I think, part of our problem. The tires are too wide. which makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So it has been working, but obviously not perfectly. I got to get it all the way back up there to catch up. Alright, I haven't checked this guy for collectibles, so might as well move around here and validate lack of... Oh, we got one. Nice. That bell looked a little suspicious. I wonder how many I've missed on the houses, actually. There probably wouldn't be two in the same area, but you never know. Alright. Well, that's cool. Now we can send this grass equipment home. And he has just caught up. Yeah, I don't want this to be a big old grass cutting hassle every couple of months, so we're going to turn that into something big. Some kind of big green kind of thing, probably. Got everybody just waiting on us getting done with this so they can swoop in on this field and get it turned over. But this actually is not going too bad when it comes down to it. Probably could have done it fairly quickly with the round balers, with the round baler, and having the round baler just follow the mower. We could have set the mower to swath spreading and just had the round baler follow it. But this works too. Oh, while we're here, I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna check this spot out too. Right? Bam, R. Run around that. Alright, I guess that's not there. I don't know if you remember FS25, they were just like, I think Hout Bergman or whatever it was. That was like, the collectibles were just like sitting out in the woods, like under a tree. It was kind of crazy. No rhyme or reason. Anyway, we're gonna pick all these up. That's a lot. We're gonna get it all picked up and sold, and then yeah, then we can turn this field over. It'd be kind of crazy, but we could put spinach in this field and make an insane amount of money, although it would take a long time. But you know, the beets are similar, and we survived the beets. We gotta make 600 something to pay off that machine anyway. So why not? We're making like, yeah, 23 grand off each of these. Is 24 bales. Yeah. Does help if you turn the thing on though. I think this covers all the outliers. Although maybe there's one up in the corner by the plow. I don't know. Well, anyway, we're gonna get it done. So I'm thinking this field is small as these things go, and while spinach is kind of a pain, it's not as much of a pain as carrots and parsnips and green beans, but we could totally do some smaller crops of those in a small field like that, and it wouldn't be too daunting to do the harvest. And then we could start filling up, we could start getting more products out of the preserved food factory and the soup factory, which I plan on installing. Plus, we haven't even looked at potatoes, and we still have the potential for oil. And I don't know if there's a potato chip factory in this one. So let's look for that. Oh, there's still cereal, grapes. Well, we're definitely on the level of money where we could do grapes. So potatoes, potato chips, which would take potatoes and oil. So we would want to install the oil. And of course there's the paper factory too, which we could go throw the paper factory down on right at the wood, like right next to the sawmill, because that just takes raw wood. And so we could drag trees to it just as easily as we could drag trees to everywhere else, to the sawmill. So that's a possibility. And then there's still the biogas plant, which we could, that would be a good place to do our silage, I believe. The silage and slurry to the biogas plant, and yeah. Alright, so this guy's done. He can go home. Somewhere. I will just send him here. Oh, not in transport mode. Alright, go. I think it keeps... What? Try now. really doing it this time. Okay, cool. Now let's get this thing fertilizing. And go think about that paper factory, which we can definitely afford. And then I think once we cross over into December, January, we'll probably be able to afford the BGA. You know, this big field could get corn, and that would be the silage. You get to work on that. But also the potatoes. So, what is potato processing stuff going to cost us? All right, beet loading too. Is this any better than the other way? All right, well, potato technology. Got 22 meters. Not a bad width. Got an okay thing. That sticks out probably far enough. This is a crazy machine for sure. And then we could do, let's see. We need a planter. What, 4 rows? Looks like 4 rows to me. Okay. And then we gotta load it with potatoes, right? Wow. Okay, so we could set up some oil, an oil mill and some oil crops. We have the harvester for that. We have the header. We could do sunflower and canola for that matter. So that's already, we already have that except for the oil mill. And then we'd throw down the potato plant, the potato processing plant, and do potatoes. Otherwise, we're looking at a carrot harvester. I'm still kind of skeptical because this thing has no backstock, no bin. It's just straight into a trailer, which makes it a pain. Because you really do have to follow it, and it's only 3 meters. I'm a little bit skeptical. We could do it as a small one, or we could just wait. That guy, sugarcane. Sugarcane's another one that's kind of a pain. I've had my fill of doing rice, honestly. In the end, it's not very profitable. Now, grapes, we could do grapes for raisins and get the cereal factory going. And we can definitely afford grapes. We could turn that whole field into a grape field, into a vineyard. Yeah, grapes, yeah. Turn that whole field into a vineyard. We could do grapes for raisins and then the cereal factory. We've got the grains. We can definitely grow oats. I think that's the next stage, is putting grapes in. Grapes can be planted in March. Alright, yeah, we turned that guy into a vineyard, that little field, and run grapes in it. We can maybe find us, let's see, what could we do for, where would we locate, if this was our vineyard, where would we put our shed? We could cut the end off and put, no, we could cut this corner off and we could put the grape stuff there. If we look at, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. A lot of sense. Right. So, we put a shed. Let's see. Well, first of all, we need the grape processing unit. Wow, that's big. Alright, so yeah, that guy could go. That guy could go like right there. And that's our in and out. And then, yeah, we can actually put him right up against. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any inputs. The inputs, okay, the outputs, where are the outputs? Are the outputs under that? Be nice to find the outputs. Oh, the outputs are right there. Okay. So, right. Oh, there is a little bit of a problem there, but right. So, there's our input, right? Yeah. We could just cut like, we could cut it back a little bit. And then maybe get a shed in as well. Like if we put it like this, in this corner here. Yeah. We put it in the corner here like this, and then And then we could put a shed over here for our grape gear. And then we could run grapes on this whole thing, except for, of course, we leave a little bit of a gap for turnarounds and whatnot. The real question is, or the real problem is, how do we make sure we can get in and out? Maybe we set it up like this. Of course, that really wrecks the shed idea. If we go way over here, but then now see, that would be, yeah, I would want it to be that way, I think. We have to do other things. Well, I don't know. This thing is, oh, it's nice and flat right there. Got a weird little hill going in here. Hmm. If we wanted to expand it, we could cut a chunk off this field and expand it this way. Or we could just put the grape processing up here and worry about carting it. Then we just have to cart the grapes. So this planning is what kind of it takes up some time because, yeah, 12 meters. I'm pretty sure this guy can pull a friend. No? This guy can pull a friend, right? Yeah. So then could we maybe plug like this guy and then this guy behind him? Probably. It'll probably work. And then we're looking at cheap, 3 to 4,000, 3,100. Of course, we get the big one and we get the grapes configuration. And then if we decide to go olives later, we can do that. We need, what is this, a mulcher, subsoiler, pruner. What are you? Eh, I'm not sold on that because we can just spray it. Yeah. Okay, you're done. You, sir, can go home. Right? And we're just going to ride with him up to the corner here where we can hop out and get the plow going. I think grapes might be a really good option here. I just gotta figure out where to put the stuff, because this has got some weird curves to it. What happened there? Yeah, you're not blocked by an object. Alright, so if we cart the grape stuff, we still need to put down a shed with the grape gear in it, so we don't have to drive it back and forth. Wow. He didn't care. So we would still need a shed over here somewhere. But we might as well get the grapes growing, right? Gonna do grapes. Want snapping on. And see. So it's much flatter over here. So if we put the shed over here, then we have to drive through their yard every time to get to it when we need to drive through. Then we could run the grapes all the way down this whole channel here. Or we cut it off in its nice and square and we figure out how to level this out. So let's go with that. Let's just go like maybe here. Oh, we can't plant grapes. Right. So that's like future endeavor. So we're talking grapes, potatoes, vegetables of various kinds, like carrots, corn. Gonna want to do corn, and we're doing potatoes. Then we gotta plant some sunflowers and possibly some canola, because we're gonna want to supply our own oil. All right. Well, let's watch this guy work. Alright, finally. We are done with November. Reels. And it's getting dark, so that is good timing. Yeah, so I think the first... Well, we'll find out how I feel when we get there, but I think we're going to go oil and potatoes. Although, if I do that potato thing, and I take too much, I bite off too much, it's going to be insane. Like, you know, we've already got a 2-bay... We've already got a 2-bay bulk haul up there with... oh wow, we are almost out of gas, too. Wonder if we can get in line here. That should be done. Yeah, cool. That's good for a while. Well, I wonder what the range on this... Can we actually just repair this from out here, or do we need to pull it in? No, we can do it out here. Cool. Well, we'll repair you and repair you. Get you out of the way a little more. A lot of little bits of things to put away and clean up. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fill that fertilizer tank all the way up. It was like 229K, and then we won't have to worry about it. We can stop feeding it 10K at a time, or whatever it was, 16K for 10,000 liters or whatever, and just use it for a while. We got yeah. We need that plow for a while. I think we've done all the fields we own. we have any harvest for several months now. I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I'm not making enough lime yet. Like, I think I'm gonna need another debris crusher if I want to actually make and use lime. I also think I need to not put that right there, because yeah, this thing doesn't go in here. Not damaged, but he is dirty. We might as well do the gas thing. Would you stop rolling, please? What we're gonna do, we are going to put up some nice big lights. Big old floodlights. think we actually really need all this, but yeah, we're fine. Okay, can we please just get in that? Thank you. Yeah, now we're talking. We can see in the dark. Can you imagine that? I wonder what's up with that whole thing and the crazy... the crazy slowdowns when I switch into first person mode. Alright. Most of our cleanup. And we're going to want loading lights out here too eventually. But we're going to November. Or December, I should say. And in December, there is apparently nothing, although I kind of don't believe it. But yeah, we'll find out. Because we're going to feed the dog and go to bed. And we're in December. And it's apparently snowing, which is going to snow for hours, and then a small break, and then more hours. Oh, and we got to do we got to do the wool. Unfortunately. Hopefully we can get it done before there's actually just don't. No, there is something wrong with there's something seriously wrong with the logistics center. I'm going to eject the close, which is actually reasonable. And we're going to dump the logistics center entirely because this is too much. There's no way I have 117K long planks. Like, just no way. Maybe my XML edit messed it up. But there is just no way. We've got the beams, so it's just taking this thing a little while to work through them. Yeah. Hey, look, I got 9 million. Yeah, we're just gonna delete the logistics center as is right now. Like, I'm gonna take the hit on the close because there is just no way. It just doesn't work like that. Fact. We're not taking that money. That's just ridiculous. There's something wrong with that thing. We're gonna do sales. Yeah, that was just too much. I don't understand. We cannot be up that much. We just can't be. There's no way. All right, so we get everything fixed. We just need to make sure that our endpoints are actually selling the ones that we want to be selling. Those should be distributing. That should be distributing. The close should be storing. Yeah. Okay. I just can't. There's no way we made 9 million overnight in December. That's much more like it. Yeah, I lost a lot of clothes, but it's just not cool. Definitely broken. We still got to go get that wool sorted, and then we can be basically done with December, because there's no, we've got nothing big for sale in December. Although our spinneries have plenty of wool and cotton, and our rope maker has plenty of wool and cotton. You know, we can just skip the wool thing and go straight to January if we want. Although we do need to do some rock work and four of these is 10K, is 20K rocks, which should be worth a month. Yeah, the logistics center was an experiment that obviously has some problems. put some in our lime stations. But I don't think it was my adjustments, because we were still getting a ton of, like, the greenhouse vegetables. It was actually kind of insane how much we were getting even before I adjusted the XML. And all I did was change the cycle on the logistics center. So they were using the cycles for some kind of wonky calculations that don't make sense. We're looking at here. Red beets, 236, that's fine. That was a lot of harvesting work. Over the last few episodes, so if you stuck with me through it, thank you. We won't need to do that again for a few episodes. Guess I could, like, put smaller tires on that thing, and maybe it wouldn't be such a crazy angle. But I am tempted to just let the wool go. To avoid having to load it all. Although we haven't loaded wool in a couple of episodes, I think. So we could do some wool loading, I guess. Really, that's it, huh? That's all you wanted? I think we gotta go take these down to farmer's market then. So with the logistics center gone, we have room for the potato processing plant and another bulk haul for potatoes. And the soup factory. Oh, and I left a whole bunch of stuff just sitting out in the road here too. I guess we'll have to go get all that eventually. A whole mowing chain over there ready to rock if I wanted to just leave it there. Always cut through this intersection and then realize that the farmer's market's not back in there. Alright, is the warehouse or the farmer's market better for this stuff? Talking here, cement. Not a great price, but look at the farmer's market. $9 million a month. There's definitely something wrong with that. But I gotta find a place to turn around. No, we're gonna skip the wool for now anyway. Maybe I'll feel better about it next episode. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.